I also want to talk about gender inequality because, well, I'm a woman, so I'm personally interested in this subject. I personally experienced that already. And there are so many inequalities in our society, and it's rooted so deep that many times we cannot realize even that our reaction to something or our thoughts or our judgments are actually connected to prejudice, and this generates inequality. It's very clear that our minds automatically connect us to a certain kind of image, because that's the way we have been programmed since we were born and raised in this society. And many times we don't even realize that these things are happening. But for instance, I presenced a few days ago, I was taking breakfast at one of the coffee shops here in Eindhoven, and I saw a couple, and they came with a boy and a girl. They were, like, the girl was about 3 or 4, and the boy 5. And it was pretty clear that the treatment given to the children was completely different. While the boy was free to play and maybe drop things on the ground and try to assemble things with what they had on the table, the girl was expected to sit still and behave nicely, like a lady or something like that. And you can see, as soon as someone has a baby, you have to dress the baby either with blue or with pink. Why is that? You know, why is it so necessary to make a difference? And if it's a girl, we still put a ribbon on their head. So I saw this very interesting research that it was actually on disruptive thinking. And they took 1,600 kids, and they realized something. The girls, they would behave differently. And the very smart girls would be the ones that would be most afraid of making mistakes. And this would not happen with the boys. But there was another thing. What was the root for this behavior? This is not exactly what the researcher concludes with this study, but it's also clear, because they separated the children in 2 groups, and one group would clearly receive a different treatment than the other group. And the first group would be treated as they're stupid, they know less than the other children, and the other children were like, no, you're smart, you can do it. And to make like a physical difference between them, they would give to the stupid children group like a necklace. And the children would feel very stupid. After a while, they applied an exam to the 2 groups, and the group that was treated as stupid would have much lower grades. And the other group would have very nice grades, you know, and they would behave like totally differently. And the only thing that made that happen was actually the different treatment that they received during the study. And that's the kind of treatment we give to girls and boys as soon as they are born. And some people will say, like, yeah, they behave differently since they are small. Yeah, of course, because they receive a different treatment. But biologically speaking, the differences for us are very, very small. And they tend to manifest only after puberty, like after 12, people are 12 or 13 years old. So there is no reason for this to happen. And then what are the outcomes that we see, and especially here in Eindhoven, that I see? Like, there are a lot of men, especially in the university. Like, the girls studying in the Technical University of Eindhoven are about 30%. And if you see the teachers, they're only 10% females. Is that because females are dumb? Is that because females cannot deal with numbers or logical structures or something like that? No. It's because women are programmed since they are small to believe that they're incapable of doing that, and that making mistakes is something that must be avoided at all costs. But knowledge can only be achieved by making mistakes and learning with them. And that's something that's a privilege to only male. So that's something that we have to change. And putting on each other's shoes would be every time you face a situation and you see yourself making a judgment, you should take a step back and put yourself at the place of the other person and think, how would they feel in this situation? And try to think about it. And if you would feel bad, it's because it's wrong, and you should change it. Thank you.